Hello, 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 and welcome to The Conversation with Stevie. This is the place where we uncover the why behind what people do. I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and just to let you know what I do, I help subject matter experts use their expertise and experience to increase their income online. And so I am super excited, y'all. We know that this is a conversation with Stevie, but this is our special and exclusive She Soars visual campaign show. Guess what? We have been introducing you to some extraordinary women, and this is going to fall in line with that. So without any further ado, I want to introduce y'all to another She Soars celebrity. Hey, Michelle, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good, good. Thank you so much. Listen, I believe that the best introduction one can do is of themselves. So please do go ahead and introduce yourself.
Very good. Well, I like to consider myself just to be a down-home country girl from Monroe, North Carolina, who got out here in these streets and never went back. And along the way, I discovered my journey, my passions, and it's really a love for people and helping people to thrive and be successful. I've worked in the corporate sector as a leader for over 30 years and have mentored over 100 people and helped them to have successful careers. Now I'm still working, but at the same time, striving to be a life coach, mentor, and I'm also a best-selling author, so I want to help people to write their books.
There's nothing like somebody from North Carolina. I don't know if you know this, but I'm from North Carolina as well. I actually am from Greensboro, North Carolina. So, yes. I get it.
Look,
Thank you. What'd you say?
I said we're homies.
Yes, we are, girl. Listen, I love North Carolina, and I love North Carolina women because we are a special breed. And what I want to ask you about, I love that you said that you had such a long career in corporate. That's amazing because in this day and age, we don't hear people who have been in the space for that long. So I want to congratulate you on that. That's amazing.
Well, thank you. And I'll tell you, when I first graduated from college and started working, I went through a season where, because I've always had that desire to want to do more, to be more, to just be successful, but I wanted my life to matter. And at that time, I was kind of torn between, am I mattering? Am I making a difference? But when I look back on it, I'm able to see how I was able to sow into so many people. I notice in this day and age, sometimes there's a disdain for people who go to work and are in the corporate sector, but people are in those environments, and if you have the gift to serve and elevate others, you can do that in whatever environment you go in. I'm also a pastor, and all of the things that I do really align. I just do them in different spaces, and when operating in those different spaces, I do those things differently. But it all comes from that desire to help people to be better. If you read any of my books, it's to help people to be better. My sermons, to help people be better. My coaching, to help people to be better. And really just fall in love with who God created them to be and walk in confidence, knowing that if you have a desire to create something in your life, it probably is part of your calling, and you ought to grab hold to it. Don't worry about your past or what your mom and daddy did or what you see as your weaknesses or the flaws that are going to hold you back. Just move forward because you can do and be whatever you are called to do and be. I truly believe that, and I want to help people to just grab hold of that and walk in it.
I love it. And what would you say was the thing that you feel like people out here in the world are holding on to when it comes to not accomplishing what they've been put on earth to do?
You know, my answer to that has changed over time because I used to get frustrated when I would hear good messages or sit with people who were getting good instruction and their life wasn't changing, and I just didn't understand what was holding them back. I now believe that we tend to have such low views of ourselves that we don't want to step out there and try to do something. We're afraid that we don't have the ability. We're going to fail. Somebody's going to laugh at us. We're going to look stupid. But the bottom line is nobody is going to do what you are put here to do. And if you go out there and you fail, at least well, first of all, you don't fail. The failure is in not doing. And we need to get beyond all of the stuff in our head that's holding us back. If we don't do the work to see why am I afraid to step out here, we'll just stay stuck. And I had to learn that myself. I was called to write books and do a lot of different things that I put off and put off and put off. And every time I would try to do it, the little voice in my head would remind me of the challenges with my background and where I'm from and why I shouldn't get out there. And I don't want anybody to see me because they're going to figure out I'm a phony. And I'm not the only one that has been challenged with that. So I really think the big problem is within us. And if we can overcome that inner critic, we can get where we need to be. I know that was a long answer.
No, that's good. That's good because people need to understand that, and the inner critic is real. The inner critic is real, honey. So, yes. I love this because I love that you began with your experience because, like I said, I hope experts really look at that. And a lot of times they don't see how they can leverage their experience into a business, and I love that's what exactly you've done. And so when it looks like, somebody's looking at their past and looking at who they are, I am trying to picture where Monroe is on the map because I don't think I've heard of that city. So, when you think of things like, it's by Charlotte. Okay. So we look at these things, and my daddy's from Reedsville, which is another small city here in North Carolina, and it's like when you look at that and realize that you do not have to be from the place that you are in. Like, you don't have to, you're from there, but you don't have to remain there. You can soar, honestly. And so when looking at that, I want to talk to you about why did you say yes to the opportunity to invest your time, your talent, your treasure into the She Soars visual campaign?
Why did I? Did you ask me why?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I saw your email, and it just sounded so intriguing, and I love the idea of She Soars because I want to see women excel. I'm really striving to come out of my shell because I realize that I have more to offer, and the only way to offer it is to put myself out there. So when I get an opportunity and an offer from someone who you may not know that you have encouraged me and sold into me through your emails. I've seen you on social media, and I just love your content. And it was just a no-brainer kind of deal, and I love the idea of coming into your space.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'm excited that you're here. I'm like, I will be in Charlotte soon, so listen.
I'm coming up there in May.
All right now, y'all. We're making things happen in North Carolina. Y'all going to mess around. We're going to have a whole She Soars live event.
That's right, because I met somebody the other day that I want to do a women's empowerment in North Carolina. We'll have to talk offline.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I want to ask you another question, and that literally is a question that I ask everyone who comes here to have a conversation with me, and it is a fill-in-the-blank question that goes like this. Dr. Stevie, we cannot leave the conversation today without everyone knowing, and please fill in the blank.
Dr. Stevie, we cannot leave the conversation today without everyone knowing that you are called, you are capable, and you are qualified. God has gifted you with a seed of greatness, and no one can do what you are put here to do. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to be lonely. Don't be afraid to fail, because the only failure is in not doing. Go ahead and have confidence in yourself. Take the next step. It doesn't have to be a big step, but take a step towards that big dream that you have in your heart and watch God do the rest.
Yes. So one thing that I believe is so pivotal in really getting to this faith that you have is getting around other people who have this type of faith. So who have been some of your top mentors, some of the people who have inspired you, some of your, like, pastors, leaders, people that you stay connected to?
So my first real pastor actually happened when I moved here to Atlanta. I didn't realize that prior to that I wasn't really receiving a lot of teaching. He passed on, but his name was Charles H. Jackson. And then I have a team of pastors that we all kind of grew up out of that ministry, and we stay connected. Every now and then we'll do an event together, some kind of conference or what have you. But as far as people who are known, I grew up on T.D. Jakes, right? Who didn't? Juanita Bynum, C.C. Winans, just love them. Beth Moore, love her. Joyce Myers, love her. Priscilla Shriver, love her. And really, Miles Monroe, who passed away. I could go on, but those would be the top ones. Some of them are because of their writing ministry, and some of them are because of their preaching ministry. And I'm trying to figure out how all the pieces of my puzzle fit together: preaching, writing, mentoring, working. All of it is one piece of my puzzle, and it all fits together. And I see it in, I see different pieces of it in different people at different times.
Wow. I love it. And I wanted to have you say that, because one thing I know for sure is that the listeners, the conversationalists who are listening with us, listen, y'all need to get around somebody who is faith-filled. And we just heard Michelle say who she's faith-filled by. So before we leave, girl, we want to have your contact information so that these people, myself included, everybody here, can stay connected to you and get some of this faith, because you have an amazing faith that we all have been privy to today. So please do give us your contact information and any lasting words you may have.
Yes, you can follow me on social media at Michelle W. Fuqua. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm like kind of boycotting Twitter right now. I'm not really feeling Twitter. I am on LinkedIn also. I have 2 profiles on LinkedIn. One, more corporate, and the other one more ministry. Also, you can, if you go to my website, michellewfuqua.com/links, there are multiple documents on there that you can download to help you with different parts of your journey. There's something on there for people who want to work on setting habits, and these are free downloads. There's a download on there with 30 days of faith affirmations to help you with your Christian identity, which helps you to walk in your calling. And then there's an opportunity to get in my VIP group. So michellewfuqua.com/links. Or just go to michellewfuqua.com, click on the tab that says links, and put your name in, get in my system. I'd love to have you all.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it. That's how you stay connected to that greatness. Listen, we are excited that we have had Michelle in the building with us today. Y'all should feel empowered now. I feel stirred up. Come on now. And there's nothing like 2 North Carolinians getting on the line, okay?
Nothing like it.
So I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. If you want to stay connected to me, just know how to spell my first name correctly, Stevii, and you can go to workwithstevie.com, and that is going to be the best way to stay connected. Listen, I always end everything I do literally the same way, and I say, make it a great day. Don't have a great day. Make it a great day. Why? Because you, and yes, you too have the power to do so. Bye for now.